Hi students, myself Shankar and I'm your polity faculty. Let's start today's session, emergency provisions in India. And what is meant by emergency provisions in India? We will see and we will discuss today. Let us first understand this one. Emergency provisions are contained in part 18 of the Constitution from Articles 352 to 360. These provisions enable the central government to meet any abnormal situation. See, emergency provisions are provided in the Constitution of India. Starting with the Article 352 to 360, there are emergency provisions. Now let us understand why these are important and significant in the given perspective. The rationality behind the incorporation of these provisions in the Constitution is to safeguard the sovereignty, unity, integrity, and security of the India. Okay, the democratic political system and the Constitution. As we know, we studied in our preamble. We go through the sovereignty, security, and the secular nature of the unity and integrity of the India. Okay, the Constitution stipulates three types of emergencies. They are an emergency due to war or external aggression or armed rebellion, that is Article 352, is popularly known as national emergency. However, the Constitution employs the expression proclamation of emergency to denote an emergency of this type. According to the Article 352, we can impose the national emergency. National emergency is defined as the proclamation of emergency in the Constitution. Okay. Now moving on to the next type of emergency. An emergency due to the failure of the constitutional machinery in the states. Constitutional machinery and its failure in the states is popularly known as the president rule, and it is also known by the two words, namely state emergency or constitutional emergency. However, the Constitution does not use the word emergency for this situation. Please understand the point. Article 356 involves the whenever the state government is not complying with the directions given by the central government. For example, or the situations warrant the emergency provisions from the central government. In this regard, the governor reports to the President of India and President imposes the emergency in the state. That is known as the constitutional emergency or state emergency. Financial emergency due to the threat to the financial stability of credit of India, that is Article 360, denotes the financial emergency. Article 360 denotes the financial emergency. Clear? Financial emergency in situation we will see, and let us discuss this one in depth. There have been three main types of three times the proclamation of national emergency, and when we will see. That is 1962, at the time of the Chinese aggression, means during the war with the China in 1962, we imposed the national emergency. Okay. Now let us see the other one. 1971, in the event of war with Pakistan, and 1975 on the grounds of internal disturbance. Grounds of internal disturbance during the emergency time we imposed, means Indira Gandhi government imposed the internal emergency. Okay. The words armed rebellion substituted for the internal disturbance. Armed rebellion. Let us see what is meant by armed rebellion. The clause was added to the Article 352, which states that President shall declare emergency only on the written advice of the cabinet. See, for the imposition of the president rule, that is for the imposition of the national emergency, there is the written communication from the cabinet. That is the first point that is needed, and we will see what are the other points? The 44th Amendment Act requires a periodical review every 6 months of the proclamation of the by the both houses of the Parliament. Here, what are the important points? So, every 6 months and both houses of the Parliament. What are the both houses of the Parliament? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. When a national emergency is declared on the ground of war or external aggression, it is known as the external emergency. On the other hand, when it is declared on the ground of armed rebellion, it is known as the internal emergency. See, here they are classifying into two types. One is external emergency due to the situation from the external outside, and the second emergency is known as the internal emergency, that is due to the armed rebellion happening in the country. Okay. A proclamation of emergency has drastic and wide-ranging effects on the political system. These consequences can be grouped into three categories. I will repeat this point again. A proclamation of emergency has drastic and wide-ranging effects on the political system. These consequences can be grouped into three categories. Effect on the center-state relations, one, and second one is effect on the life of the Lok Sabha and State Assembly, second one, and third one is effect on the fundamental rights. Effect on central state relations, these are further divided into executive, legislative and the financial one. Now let us understand what are this legislative, executive and financial one. Executive. In the normal times, center can give executive directions to state only on certain specified matters. Whereas, however, during the national emergency, the center becomes entitled to give executive directions on any matter. See, the center becomes very powerful during the emergency time and the state becomes the subordinate to the center. We discussed in our federal system, and that is states are having the equal and cooperative federalism. Means there is a cooperation between the state and the center. Whereas in the case of the emergency situation, there is the subordination of the states under this union government. Legislative relation. What is the legislative effect of the emergency? Let us understand. During a national emergency, the parliament becomes empowered to make laws on any subject mentioned in the state list. In brief, the constitution becomes unitary rather than the federal. As I discussed earlier, the system of the federal system becomes the unitary because of the emergency situation involved. The president can either reduce or cancel the transfer of finances from center to the states. Financial relation, either reduce or cancel. Effect on the life of Lok Sabha and the State Assembly. Now let us understand what is the effect of the life on the life of the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies. When a proclamation of national emergency is in operation, the life of the Lok Sabha may be extended beyond its normal term by law of the Parliament for 1 year at a time. Please understand, 1 year at a time. Means one time if they pass the resolution, they can extend for the 1 year. If they pass the resolution for the second time, they can pass the extend the resolution to the another year after the completion of the current year. Now let us understand the President rule. President rule, what it involves, according to the 356 article we discussed in our previous slides. Let us understand from this slide what is meant by the president rule in depth. It is the duty of the performance of which the center takes over the government of a state under Article 356 in case of a constitutional machinery in the state. Failure of the constitutional machinery in the state. This is particularly known as president rule. It is also known as state emergency or constitutional emergency. Governor can report to the central government on particular issues during this period of the proclamation of the president rule or state emergency or the constitutional emergency. When the state government fails to implement the center government instructions, we discussed this point. Both the houses of the union legislature need to approve the president rule within 2 months. Both the houses, please understand this point. Both the houses of the union legislature need to approve within 2 months. Within 2 months duration. Within 2 months duration, the national emergency and the emergency constitutional emergency need to be approved. Okay. Now let us understand the sixth point. If it approved by both the houses, the president rule continues for 6 months. It can be extended for a maximum period of 3 years with the approval of the parliament every 6 months. 3 years and 6 months. Please understand the significance. The parliament can be passed the resolution for every 6 months up to 3 years in duration and can extend the president rule in the state during this period of the 3 years. Financial emergency. Article 360 empowers the president to proclaim a financial emergency if he is satisfied that the situation has arisen due to which the state stability or credit of the India or any part of its territory is threatened. See, any non-payment of the bills or any such institutional mechanisms can be dealt with the financial emergency. A proclamation declaring financial emergency must be approved by both the houses of the parliament within 2 months from the date of its issue. Similar to the president rule, the financial emergency also describes that it should be approved within 2 months of its proclamation. Once approved, it may continue indefinitely until revoked or varied. During the operation of financial emergency, the executive authority of the union extends to the giving of the directions to any state to observe certain financial property. Now let us see what it means further. There has been no occasion for the financial emergency in this country. There has been no occasion for the financial emergency, proclamation of financial emergency in this country. With this, we concluded the emergency provisions in India. To summarize, there is basically Article 352 that involves the national emergency, that is armed rebellion. It can be either external emergency or internal emergency. Internal emergency means through the armed rebellion. And Article 356 involves the president rule on the constitutional machinery failure in the particular state. Then the union federal features of the state becomes the unitary features of the constitution. Clear? Whereas comes to the financial emergency, any non-payment of the fees or credit that involves the financial matters involves the financial proclamation. Okay. With this, we concluded the financial emergency provisions and the emergency provisions in the Indian Constitution. Thank you.